You snipped. Method of maintaining accounts receivable, in which customers typically pay according to the amount shown on a monthly statement rather than by individual invoices. Remittances are applied against the total account balance rather than specific invoices. Balance forward method. A budget that shows projected cash inflows and outflows for a specified period. The recurring set of business activities and data processing operations associated with providing goods and services to customers and collecting cash and payment for those sales. A report listing customer account balances by length of time outstanding. Accounts receivable aging schedule. A document approved by the credit manager authorizing the billing department. Dude, what the heck? Is it going to scramble it the same way every time? It shouldn't. A copy of the sales invoice returned with a customer's payment that indicates the invoice and statements that others have been paid. A document listing names and amounts of all customer payments. Received in the mail. Remittance list. A document notifying customers of the amount of a sale and where to send payment. A document listing the quantity and description of each item included in a shipment. Packing slip. Wow. A document that lists the items and quantities ordered and authorizing the inventory control function to release that merchandise to the shipment department. Producing monthly statements for subsets of customers at different times. Man. Producing monthly statements for subsets of customers at different times. Cycle billing. Method for maintaining accounts receivable, in which customers typically pay according to each invoice. Open invoice method. A document listing all transactions that occurred during the past month and informing customers of their current account balance. A legal contract that defines the responsibility for goods while they are in transit. A postal address to which customers send their remittances. The company's bank opens the box, deposits the customer checks in the company's account, and sends a list of customer remittances to the company. Software that organizes information about customers in a manner that facilitates efficient and personalized service. Customer relationship management systems. The transfer of funds through use of online banking software, electronic funds transfer. The recurring set of business activities and data processing operations associated with providing goods and services to customers and collecting cash and payment for those sales. The use of stop. The use of computerized communications and a standard coding scheme. The use of computerized communications and a standard coding scheme to submit business documents electronically in a format that can be automatically processed by the recipient's information system. Electronic data interchange. Method of maintaining accounts receivable in which customers typically pay according to the amount shown on a monthly statement rather than by individual invoices. Remittances are applied against the total account balance rather than specific invoices. Balance forward method. The combination of EFT and EDI that enables both remittance data and funds transfer instructions to be included in one electronic package. Financial electronic data interchange. A report listing customer account balances by length of time outstanding, accounts receivable aging schedule, a document approved by the credit manager, a document approved by the credit manager, authorizing the billing department to credit a customer's account credit memo, a number that enables customers to remit payments via an ACH credit without requiring the seller to divulge detailed information about its bank account. Universal Payment Identification Code. I wanted my grade for my assignment. That's what I wanted. And a number. Universal Payment Identification Code. which activity is part of the sales order entry process. All of the company's merchandise shipped to a customer. Most likely used when a company offers customers discounts for ground. I have no idea. I have no idea. Which of the following techniques is the most efficient way to process customer payments and update accounts receivable? FedEye integrates EFT for processing customer payments with EDI for processing related remittance data to update accounts receivable. Which of the following revenue cycle activities can potentially be eliminated by technology? The use of integrated ERP systems makes printing invoices superfluous because both the seller and the customer already know all the information included in the invoice. The integrated database underlying information systems is simplifying general request to the revenue center. Inaccurate or invalid master data, unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information, loss or destruction of data. Which document is used to authorize the release of merchandise from the inventory control? Or to shipping? Ah, he's not. Inaccurate or invalid master data. Unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information. practicing which manufacturers and distributors. Just be done. Can I please just be done with this semester already? Please just be done. It's getting very cold in here. Weird. How come it got colder outside? It went from 20 degrees to 14 degrees. I thought the temperature was supposed to go up throughout the day, not down. practice in which manufacturers and distributors manage a retail customer's inventory using EDI. The supplier acts as its customer's point-of-sale system in order to monitor inventory and automatically replenish products when they fall to agreed-upon levels. Vendor-managed inventory. A document that records details about each delivery, including the date received, shipper, supplier, quantity received. The set of documents used to authorize payment to a supplier. It consists of a purchase order, receiving report, and supplier invoice. An invoiceless approach to accounts payable that replaces the three-way matching process: supplier invoice, receiving report, and purchase order with a two-way match of the purchase order and receiving report. Evaluated receipt settlement. A document that formally requests a supplier to sell and deliver specified products at designated prices. It is also a promise to pay and becomes a contract once the supplier accepts it. A corporate credit card that employees can use only at designated suppliers to purchase specific kinds of items. Procurement card. The optimal order size to minimize the sum of ordering, carrying, and stock out costs. The economic order quantity. A document used to record a reduction to the balance due. Debit memo. A commitment to purchase specified items at designated prices from a particular supplier for a set time period, often 1 year. Blanket purchase order or blanket order. A document or electronic form that identifies the requisition or specifies the delivery location and date needed, identifies the item numbers, descriptions, quantity, and price of each item requested, and may suggest a supplier. Purchase requisition. A document that identifies the supplier, lists the outstanding invoices, and indicates the net amount to be paid after deducting any applicable discounts and allowances. Disbursement voucher. A method for processing accounts payable in which a disbursement voucher is prepared instead of posting invoices directly to supplier records in the accounts payable subsidiary ledger. The disbursement voucher identifies the supplier, lists the outstanding invoices, and indicates the net amount to be paid after deducting any applicable discounts and allowances. Contrast with non-voucher system. An approach to inventory management that seeks to reduce required inventory levels by improving the accuracy of forecasting techniques to better schedule purchases to satisfy production needs. Materials requirements planning. Gifts given by suppliers to purchasing agents for the purpose of influencing their choice of suppliers. A method for processing accounts payable. A method for processing accounts payable in which each approved invoice is posted to individual supplier records in the accounts payable file and is then stored in an open invoice file contrast with voucher system. A cash account with two characteristics. It is set at a fixed amount, such as $100, and vouchers are required for every disbursement. At all times, the sum of cash plus vouchers should equal the preset fund balance. Imprest fund. A recurring set of business activities and related data processing operations associated with the purchase of and payment for goods and services. A system that minimizes or virtually eliminates inventories by purchasing and producing goods only in response to actual rather than forecasted sales. Specifies the level to which the inventory balance of an item must fall before and in order to replenish stock is initiated. Reorder point. A document that identifies the supplier. I want my grade to my exam. I want my final meeting. I feel like this is different. Maybe not. I think this is the same as it was this morning. There's no change in the grade. They're all the same as before. They're all above 90 at this point. At this particular point. This exact point in time, they're all above 90%. They could change though. Because all of them have something that's not graded yet. Dang. A document that identifies the supplier, lists the outstanding invoices, and indicates the net amount to be paid after deducting any applicable discounts and the disbursement voucher. A system that minimizes or virtually eliminates inventories by purchasing and producing goods only in response to actual rather than forecasted sales. A commitment to purchase specified items at designated prices from a particular supplier for a set time period, often 1 year. Specifies a level to which the inventory balance of an item must fall before, in order to replenish stock is initiated. A cash account has two characteristics. It is set at a fixed amount, which says 100, and vouchers are required for every disbursement. At all times, the sum of cash plus vouchers should equal the preset fund balance. A document used to record a reduction to the balance due to a supplier. A document or electronic form that identifies the requisition, specifies the delivery location and date needed, identifies the item numbers, descriptions, quantity, and price of each item requested, and may suggest a supplier. A document that formally requests a supplier to sell and deliver specified products. Purchase order. Nope. Oh man. The two thingy is evaluated receipt settlement. You sniffed. Vendor managed something. Vendor managed inventory. Something resource planning. Materials requirements. Dang it. Materials require. planning. Main method for processing accounts payable, in which each approved invoice is posted to individual supplier records in the accounts payable file and is then stored in an open invoice file. Contrast with voucher system, non-voucher system. Oh. You sniffed. Which of the following methods is most likely to be used for a product for which sales can be reliably forecast? Materials requirements planning is performed and evaluated receipt. It's gonna be these. Which document is used to establish a contract? Purchase order. Which method? Miscellaneous office supplies. Expenditure cycle activities can be eliminated through the use of IT or re-engineering. Good internal control. Who should design chip? Who should sign chip? Oh my gosh, I keep confusing debit and credit memo. Oh my god. Dude. Stoppy. So, invoices for goods sold are posted to incorrect customer accounts. Oh my god. I don't want to. I don't want to study anymore. I don't want to study anymore. Misappropriation, not asset. Also, hooey. The auditor's responsibility is understand fraud, discuss the risks of material fraud, misstatements, obtain information, identify, assess, and respond to risks, evaluate the results of their audit tests, document and communicate findings. There is the conditioning of pressure, financial pressure, lifestyle pressure, emotional pressure, financial pressure, management pressure, industry conditions, pressure, opportunity to commit, conceal, convert to personal gain, rationalize, justify, behavior, attitude that rules don't apply, lack of personal integrity, computer fraud. If a computer is used to commit fraud, it is called computer fraud. It's classified as input, processor, computer instruction, data, output. Create a culture of integrity, adopt structure that minimizes fraud, create governance, assign authority for business objectives, and hold them accountable for achieving those objectives, effective supervision and monitoring of employees, communicate policies, develop security policies to guide and design specific control procedures, implement change management controls, and project development acquisition controls. Develop strong internal controls, segregate accounting functions, use properly designed form, require independent checks and reconciliations of data, restrict access, system authentication, implement computer controls over input, processing, storage, and output of data, use encryption, fix software bugs. Fix software and update systems regularly. Destroy hard drives when disposing of computers. I'm afraid we're going to have short answer questions. Please, 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 please don't have short answer questions. Please, 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 please don't. Please. Assess fraud risk. External and internal audits. Fraud hotline. Audit trail of transactions through the system. Install fraud detection software. Monitor system activities, user and error logs, intrusion detection. Reduce fraud losses. insurance, business continuity, and disaster recovery plan. Store backup copies of program and data files in secure offsite location. Monitor system activity. There are many analytics techniques to detect fraud. Outlier detection, anomaly detection using trends and patterns, regression analysis, semantic modeling, and Benford's law. Why is control needed? Any potential adverse occurrence or unwanted event that could be injurious to either the accounting information system or the organization is referred to as a threat or an event. The potential dollar loss should a particular threat become a reality is referred to as the exposure or impact of the threat. The probability that the threat will happen is the likelihood associated with the threat. A primary objective when it is to control the organization so the organization can achieve its objectives. Management expects the accountants to take a proactive approach to eliminating system threats, detect, correct, and recover from threats when they occur. Internal control processes implemented to provide assurance that the following objectives are achieved: safeguard assets, maintain sufficient records, provide accurate and reliable information, prepare financial reports according to established criteria, promote and improve operational efficiency, encourage adherence with management policies, comply with laws and regulations. Use NIFT.